Hi, I'm Ellie, and this is your weekly theatre news recap, the only show where you can get your theatre news with a little bit of personality. That personality being chaos. This is the show where we recap the past week's West End and UK touring theatre news, so if you want to stay up to date with UK theatre, make sure you hit subscribe because I do these every single week to varying levels of quality and success, but we try nonetheless. And isn't that what The Great Gatsby taught us? What's the line? I literally listened to it. I studied it, and I've forgotten that really iconic line in the end. That's all about, keeping on going and having hope. I'm way off track on this. Anyway, casting news. Let's start, as we always do, with our casting news. First off, A Christmas Carol. Once again, A Christmas Carol is heading back to the Old Vic this Christmas. It is a classic, and this production just keeps coming back, and each time brings in a new star. And if they had learned anything from last year, it's that they needed to bring in a Doctor Who actor. So last year's Ebenezer Scrooge was Christopher Eccleston, famously playing the Ninth Doctor. After that, we seem to be going into the Tennant years, because our next Ebenezer Scrooge, this year's Ebenezer Scrooge, is John Sim. Now, because I have to reference Doctor Who with this show, you may know him as the first Master from the revived series of Doctor Who, but you may also know him from TV shows like Life on Mars. He will be playing the role of Ebenezer Scrooge from the 9th of November 2024 through to the 4th of January 2025. I'm still yet to catch this production of A Christmas Carol. I've literally had 8 years to try and see it. I still haven't. Is it 8? Is it 7? I can't remember. But anyway, maybe this Christmas will be the time I get to see it. It does feel really weird talking about Christmas now. It feels too far away, but isn't July Christmas in July? Isn't that a thing? I don't know, that seems very American to me. That feels like something America would do. Anyway, let's move on. Now That's What I Call a Musical is going on a UK tour. We know some of the cast members already. We've got some big pop stars. We had the announcement of Nina Wadia, and obviously we had Sonia, Carol Decker, Jay Osmond, Sanita, and now we have some new cast members joining the fold. And they are the lovely Sam Bailey, who is going to be joining alongside Melissa Jacks. These two will be sharing the role of April. Jacks will take on the role at tour stops from the 6th of September to the 7th of December, and then Bailey will take over the role, playing from the 14th of January to the 12th of April. This is a fairly common thing for tours at the moment. Actors are taking, shorter stints into the show. We've seen about 3 different Cruella de Vil's go on the 101 Dalmatians tour, and we've got another Cruella de Vil to announce today, one that I was not expecting. That's why it's on the front of my mind. But yes, you may know Sam Bailey from Beauty and the Beast. You may know Melissa Jacks from I Should Be So Lucky, or Jamie. She was my, when I went to see Jamie one time, I saw Melissa Jacks as the mum. She was very good in that. So if you want to catch either of these stars, you can catch them on tour. Next up, continuing with the tour front, we have War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds has announced a couple of cast members before, and we have one more today, and that is Rue Reynolds. Lead vocalist and keyboardist is set to appear in the upcoming arena tour of War of the Worlds, and he will be playing the Artilleryman. Did I pronounce his whole name wrong there? It's Rao like cow, not Rue like moo. Okay, this 14-date UK tour is starting in March next year, going to Hull, Dublin, Aberdeen, Glasgow, Leeds, Newcastle, Manchester, Sheffield, Liverpool, Nottingham, Brighton, Bournemouth, Cardiff, and Birmingham, and then ending and culminating at London's O2 Arena on the 20th of April 2025. So if you want to catch War of the Worlds, you can go and see it in its arena tour. Next up, we have the casting for The Cabinet Minister. This is a play heading to the Minier Chocolate Factory after The Baker's Wife. This will be opening on the 27th of September and runs until the 16th of November. This production stars Nancy Carroll, and she will be joined by George Blagden as Valentine, Joe Edgar as Brooke, Phoebe Hildes as Fanny, Rosalind Forbes as Imogen, Dom Hudson as Keith, Dilly Keane as Lady MacPhail, Nicholas Rowe as the Right Honourable Sir Julian Twombly. That is quite a name. That's an MP name. We have Lawrence Ubong Williams as Mr. Bernard Lackluster. That's brilliant. Romea Weaver as Lady Effie, and Matthew Woodyat as Sir Colin MacPhail of Ballocheven. This sounds camp. And if you know me, I love a little bit of camp. So if you'd like to see this farcical comedy, you can go and see it between the 27th of September and the 16th of November. I already told you the dates, but I'll tell you it again. Moving on, I gave you a little bit of foreshadowing for this, but we got probably the wildest, at least for me, the wildest Cruella de Vil casting. Because so far, they've been getting in a lot of, like, names, you know, they have Fatosa, like, from Steps, and you're like, okay, that's like the tour casting I was expecting. And then they pulled this one out, because Carrie Ellis is going to be playing Cruella de Vil for the final stops on the UK tour. She is playing for 2 stops only, which is honestly what makes it even more surprising. She will be playing the role in Oxford from the 3rd to the 7th of December, and Theatre Royal Brighton from the 17th of December to the 5th of January 2025. So she's doing it for a good 2-week run there. I'm honestly really intrigued to see what she does with Cruella de Vil. So if you want to catch Carrie Ellis in 101 Dalmatians before it closes, you can catch her at those 2 tour stops. Heading back to London towards the National Theatre, we got some cast members added to the other place. I don't think I covered this last time, so I'll go through the entire cast and then announce the one extra person they added. So, the cast includes Emma Darcy as Annie, Lee Braithwaite as Lenny, Jeremy Killick as Terry, Tobias Menzies as Chris, and Nina Sasanya as Erica. And newly announced is Alison Oliver as Izzy. This is a play running at the National's Littleton Theatre from the 27th of September to the 9th of November. So if you want to catch this play, you can go see it then. Honestly, cast member who gets me most excited for this is Lee Braithwaite. If you saw Cowboys at the start of the year or at the RSC, they were in that. They're incredible. We love supporting amazing trans talent, so maybe I've got to go to the National. I've still only ever visited the Olivier Theatre at the National, so maybe this is the chance and the time that I can visit one of the other 2 theatres in that theatre space. And finally, for casting news this week, yes, that was a lot of casting news, we have Ghost. Now, we were speaking a little bit about Ghost because there is a concert production happening, but there is also a UK tour happening. And we were curious about what was going to happen with the touring cast of Ghost, especially knowing that it opens really soon. But we now know the full cast. This production will first of all see returning cast members Rebecca Lowings and Jackie Dubois reprising their roles of Molly and Oda respectively. Then they will be joined by Josh St. Clair as Sam and James Mateo Salt as Carl. The cast also includes Les Dennis as Hospital Ghost and Jules Brown reprising the role of Willie Lopez. And we also have some ensemble and some supporting actors who will be in the description down below. Knowing the fact that we now have 2 different productions of Ghosts, I feel like I have no excuse to finally go and see Ghost. So if you want to catch Ghost, you can catch it on its UK tour, or you can head to London and see it in concert. And talking of concerts, see, I'm really good at segueing in. Yeah, I did it. We have our concert news now. I'm so lame. Oh my god, we have concert news. It's time for concert news. And we only have one concert news. We now know who will be joining Carrie Hope Fletcher on her concert tour. She will be joined by West End stars Jamie Moscato, amazing actor from Moulin Rouge. Obviously, if you think it through, was in Heathers as well, alongside Carrie Hope Fletcher. So maybe we're going to see a little bit of 17 happening at this concert. And we'll also be joined by Bradley Jaden and Ben Forster. The 3 will alternate between the 13 venues, which, oh, you thought I wasn't going to read these fast? Oh, I'm going to try my best. The 27th and 28th of September in Guildford with Moscato. The 29th of September in Canterbury with Moscato. The 1st of October, the London Palladium with Forster. The 2nd of October, Cornwall with Moscato. 4th of October, the Regent Theatre Ipswich with Moscato. The 5th of October, Bath with Moscato. The 6th of October, Wales Millennium Centre Cardiff with Moscato. The Barbican York on the 8th of October with Jaden. The 9th of October, the Royal Concert Hall Glasgow with Jaden. The 11th of October, the Lowry in Salford with Forster. The 12th of October, the Glasshead Gateshead with Forster. The 14th of October, the Symphony Hall Birmingham with Jaden. And finally ending at the 15th of October at the Festival Theatre in Edinburgh with Jaden. Okay. I did it. There you go. So if you want to catch them at any of those stops, you can do it. And you can also catch whoever you want to see in the side act, the guest act. Okay. And that is it for concert news this week. Let's head into our miscellaneous news of the week. Now, this is a story I missed last week, but it has been announced that moving forward, every Sunday, Your Lie April in the West End will be hosting Cosplay Sundays. This is aimed at manga and anime fans, and they are encouraging them to come dressed as their favourite characters, inspired by either the show or other animes and mangas. This is a special performance where all of the programs will be branded with a special sticker. There will be 10% off official show merchandise for anyone wearing a cosplay outfit on that night, and every single ticket at these performances will be priced at £27.50. So, loads of reasons why these Sundays performances are a great way to go and see the amazing Your Lie in April. So, if you want to catch it, maybe consider going on a Sunday. Next up, the Olivier Awards. We have, the slimmest of slimmest details about next year's Olivier Awards. We have a date, we have a venue, and honestly, neither are that shocking. It's coming back to the Royal Albert Hall, what a surprise, on Sunday, the 6th of April 2025. So practically an exact calendar year after the last one. It's not Olivier season yet. I can't get excited for the Olivier Awards yet. I can't. Come back to me in January, then I'll be excited for the Olivier Awards. But something happening a little bit sooner is West End Woofs. This is coming back from last year, once again hosted by the legendary Bernadette Peters and Elaine Page. Once again happening at St. Paul's Church in Covent Garden, this time on Saturday the 10th of August at 10 a.m. This is a lovely little event where you can go and there's loads of cats and dogs and pets and they're all being adopted. It's so lovely. It's fundraising. It's honestly, every time I look at it, I'm like, this is adorable and I need to try and go. I don't think I can because I'm away so much in August, but it's so cute. There's going to be stars from Les Mis, Phantom, Hamilton, Sister Act. So if you want a lovely morning full of lovely pets, go and check out West End Woofs. And finally, in miscellaneous news this week, we have one extension to talk about, and that is I'm Going to Marry You, Tobey Maguire. This play, currently playing at the Southwark Playhouse Borough, has added 2 weeks onto their run, now ending on August 24th. So if you want to catch I'm Going to Marry You, Tobey Maguire, you can head to the Southwark Playhouse Borough in their little venue and catch it then. And I feel like this has been a very long weekly news recap, but we've still got our transfers and new productions to talk about, and there's some very interesting things to discuss here. First of all, A Knight's Tale. We are getting a musical based on the film A Knight's Tale. Now, I don't know very much about this. I know that it stars Heath Ledger, and that's about it. I'm presuming it's about a knight. But what's very interesting about this is that this is going to be premiering outside of the West End. This will be opening at the Manchester Opera House on the 11th of April 2025 for a strictly limited run until the 10th of May 2025. This is actually a trend we've been slowly seeing. Obviously, Doubtfire opened in Manchester before it came to the West End. Burlesque opened in Manchester about a month ago and did a short run as they're trying to aim towards the West End. This is obviously something that's become a lot more popular in countries like America, where you have massive pre-Broadway tryouts of shows in places like Chicago, so it's nice to see us kind of adopting this style a little bit more. But we're gonna have to wait and see until next year what A Knight's Tale the musical is all about. Next up, we have Autumn. This is a new play based on the novel of the same name, and will be opening in Oxford this November. This adaptation is being written by Harry MacDonald, and it will premiere at the North Wall Arts Centre in Oxford from the 12th and the 13th of November 2024, with further dates to be confirmed soon. Next up, another new musical adaptation, Come Fall in Love, a musical adaptation on one of the biggest blockbuster films in the history of Indian cinema, will stage its UK premiere next year in the summer of 2025. Now, this film is a Hindi language film, commonly known as DDLJ. I'll put the full title on screen right now. And follows Simran, a young British Indian woman who finds herself engaged to a family friend in India as an arranged marriage. However, the plot thickens when she falls in love with a British man named Roger. It has been announced that this new version of this story will be set in the UK and will feature an original score complete with 18 songs, with music by Vishal Dadlandi and Shekhar Ravjani. And the book and the lyrics are being written by Nell Benjamin, who you may know from writing the lyrics for Mean Girls and Legally Blonde. So obviously with this being a little bit further away, we're going to have to wait for a little bit longer to get some more details, but we know it's aiming for a UK premiere, so maybe not West End, maybe it will follow a similar trajectory for other shows, premiering in maybe Manchester, or maybe a different regional theatre. We'll have to wait and see. What we don't have to wait and see for is Titus Burgess. Now, this legendary Broadway star, 6-time Emmy Award nominee, has announced that he will be playing a London residency at the Phoenix Arts Club. This is a lovely little space that is tucked away underneath the Phoenix Theatre in the heart of the West End. And this new show will be entitled The Indecisive Warrior, a new solo show billed as a musical adventure with storytelling, familiar classics, and some lesser-known songs. If you would like to see Titus Burgess live in a very beautiful, intimate space, this will be running at the Phoenix Arts Club from the 30th of September to the 13th of October 2024. And finally, the news this week that I am most excited for, because we haven't had a revival of the show in so long. Mel Brooks, The Producers, will be getting a London revival, happening at the Menier Chocolate Factory from the 24th of November to the 1st of March 2025. Now, details on this are very limited. We know that Patrick Marber will be directing the show, and it's going to the Menier, and that's about it. But honestly, that is all you need to give me. I am already very excited. Here is my money. I don't have very much of it, but here you go. It is about time we see The Producers back. I am very excited for this. So, what do you think? What are you most excited for? What news has piqued your interest? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It really helps me and it helps out the channel. Here's some links to some other videos on screen right now and a link to my Instagram if you would like to drop me a follow over there. I also have other social links and a merch store in the description down below. But that is it for me today, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!